Hi there. Thank you for coming into my office. Yeah, so I've got my little tablet here, so we will get started. As far as your custom palette goes, did you have any ideas about sizing, any sort of preference on that? That's usually the best place for us to start. Okay. Yeah, kind of something in the middle, like maybe in the, let's say like the 9 to 15 range. Yeah, I feel like that's a great place to start. And actually, let me flip this. Yeah, it works upside down, but just in case I need to take a picture of anything, it's easier to have it flip this way. Okay, so we'll do a 9 to 15. How would you feel about going up to like 20? Is that too big? Okay, maybe. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of easier depending on the theme. So as far as information, can I get your name? Okay, and can you spell it? Yeah, first and last would be great. Okay. Perfect. And then can we get a phone number? Now, this is something that we will only use to contact you when your palette is ready. If you'd like to, you can opt into either text messaging or phone calls. That will let you know when we're having a sale, but that's entirely up to you. Okay, let's see. Perfect. I'm just leaning over here. Yeah, I don't really have like a palette stand or a tablet stand, I mean. So it's a little tricky. I've got to do it all one-handed. Okay, perfect. And then did you want to opt into either text messages or phone calls? Okay. Perfect. All right, now as far as the theming goes, yeah, sorry if you hear our shopkeeper. Yeah, he's insistent on coming in, but he hasn't been feeling very well, so he has a bit of a cough. But don't worry, he stays in the back. He just really does our bookkeeping. Yeah. Yeah, he's a wonderful business partner. Okay, so as far as theming goes, did you have something in mind? Were you like hoping to get some inspiration? We really can do just about anything, which I know is a little tricky as far as making decisions. It's a little tough to decide when you could pick anything. Yeah. Oh, okay. So maybe something in like the Pokemon kind of realm. Yeah. Oh, okay. Like maybe something kind of like evolution themed. Ooh, I love that idea. That's really fun. Okay. And then as far as eyeshadows go, do you have any restrictions as far as like pigments or as far as colors you don't want to see? Really just kind of let's get any of the negatives out of the way. I will say that one thing you do not have to worry about is we do not use pressed glitters. Since they're not eye safe, we don't recommend using them. Some people do still use them, and that's up to them, but we don't use those in our palettes here. Okay, perfect. And then were there any brands or things that you want to see? Okay. Like maybe some multi-chrome shadows, maybe some kind of like special shades in that way. Okay. Yeah, we can absolutely integrate those. Perfect. And then as far as the ratio of mattes to shimmers, do you have a preference on that? Do you prefer more mattes, more shimmers, somewhere in between? Okay. Yeah, I mean, some people have a strong preference, some people don't. That's totally fine. And then let's see, as far as the kind of palettes go, do you want a specific theme? Or is that something that you might decide after you see the color choices? Yeah, I'd say as far as people go, they tend to decide that after they see the color choices. Yeah, sometimes they do before, like if they like have a really strong preference, like if they're doing a like themed palette, they might choose, like, you know, for instance, the Snow White palette that we have, they might choose that to be their to be the palette that we use, which does limit like the shades that we put in it. We would only be able to have circular eyeshadow pans in it. As far as that goes, do you have a preference on the eyeshadow pan size, shape? Do you mind if they're different sizes as far as like square versus round, just depending on how the brand has them? Would you like us to repress them to make them uniform? It is definitely an added cost to that, only because we do have to get our own pan sizes, repress them. There is some risk there as far as, you know, shadows breaking, losing product, things like that. So there is a bit of a surcharge depending on how you want to do that. But you can say like, hey, I prefer, you know, if you can use circular shades, use those. I prefer square. Or if you don't mind a mix, or you'd rather see what the palette looks like after and then decide if you want to repress it, we can actually do that as well, which makes it really nice. We really want to make sure that this palette is exactly what you want it to be. So the way this process works is after we go today, I've got your information here. So what I will do is I will take your information down, and then once we have like a draft of the palette, we'll send that to you, usually via text message. We'll just send you like a picture, and then you can let us know, you know, hey, I like this, I don't like this, let's make some changes. It's really a collaborative process. Now, as far as like the timing you have to get back to us, things like that, usually if you have a date in mind that you'd like to like take the palette home, like if it's a gift or whatever the case may be, that is something that we can work with you on. So we will send you a message with the picture, you reply back, we get working on it. We actually work on things as they're coming in, but we also make sure that we can have them ready in time for you, just in case there are last minute changes, additions, whatever the case may be. Yeah, we really want it to be special. We want it to be exactly what you want it to be. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Did you have a date that you wanted this ready by? Okay. Okay, perfect. And yeah, with our availability, we should be able to make that timing work, so that's wonderful. Yeah, I always love it when those things work out. Okay, and then as far as blackout times, and what I mean by that is, are there certain times of the day you do not allow text messages to come through, you don't want to be contacted, things like that? Yeah, I mean, it would generally be within store hours. So, generally throughout the day, but some people have meetings, some people, have children that they have to put down for a nap, things like that. Some people have like a no electronics time, like lunch break in their day, which, I respect it. I don't know that I could do it. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, and since it's, store hours, it's not going to be, 6 a.m. that we're waking you up with a text message to show you an eyeshadow palette. I wouldn't mind getting woken up like that, but that's my job. So, okay, perfect. And yeah, as far as your response time, you can respond whenever you like, but we do keep our tablet and our phone that we use for texting, things like that. We actually keep them at the store, so we won't see them until the next morning. Yeah, just so you know. Okay, perfect. So we've got all that. Now, generally we do have a deposit for custom palettes. That way, we're not just making them for fun. We take a deposit. That way you're more inclined to come pick it up, things like that. But for you, since I really love this idea, I'm gonna just waive it. Yeah. Don't tell my boss. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just putting in here, let's see, we're friendly, so you can have my employee discount too. Yeah. Because really, I'm gonna probably make up a couple different, we call them treatments, but I'm gonna make up a couple different palettes for you, and then you can decide which one you like, and then chances are I'm probably gonna buy the other one. Yeah. So we'll say this is a collaborative process between me and you. Yeah, I like that idea too. Okay, so I think I have just about everything that I need. Let me ask you this. So with it being an evolution themed palette, is there do you want it to be kind of even across all the evolutions, or do you want it to be more focused on one or the other? Okay, we can make it kind of balanced. All right, and I've already got some really good ideas. So, okay, I think I have just about everything that I need. I really appreciate you coming back and answering all my questions, because I know it's kind of an odd process. But I'm really looking forward to working on this. I think it's going to be beautiful. Yeah, so what we'll do from now is I've got your information here. We will send you a message when we have the drafts essentially pulled up, and then what I will do is I will send you a picture of what we have. We'll work on edits from there, and then we can get this wrapped up for you. Yeah, it's a really easy process. We try to make it as streamlined as possible. Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate you coming in today, and we will get working on this palette. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to either send us a message. You can message us on social media. You can send us a text, of course. You'll have our number. And then what you can also do, if you'd like to, you can call, of course. You can send us an email. We've got all kinds of ways to contact us. If anything comes up, do please let us know. But we'll get cracking on this right away. We don't actually have any other custom palettes right now, so we will get working on this and we'll reach out to you soon. Yeah, thank you for coming in. I'll show you where the door is, okay? Yeah.